Fiwi Campus. Today we're here with Hailey Dennis.
Hi.
Alright, so for those who don't know, let them know who you are. Who's Hailey Dennis?
So I am a mechanical engineering student at the University of Technology, Jamaica. I'm 21 years old. I am from the parish of Manchester, Mandeville. I do baking.
Mechanical engineering and baking.
Yes.
A combo.
I know they're at two ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, far ends. So what kind of drives this passion for baking?
So the passion for baking. So this all started like 2019.
Okay, so pre-COVID.
Yeah, it was pre-COVID. So I was at home one day and it's summertime. I was bored. So my mom heard about this cooking class. So she signed me up and I'd go every weekend? So I'd go every weekend, and one day this lady, she would normally do like cooking stuff. So it's cooking mostly. But this day she decided to make like a vanilla cake. So she'd print out like recipes and then have us stand at her stations and whatever.
Follow the recipe.
Follow the recipe. So I made the vanilla cake there. She did it with like some cream cheese frosting. And then I went home. Every time I would go home and try the different recipes. So even if it's like the food recipes and the baking recipes.
Okay, so you just started falling in love with baking.
I just love to cook overall.
Okay.
Right? And I love to cook for people. So I would go home and I would make stuff for my family and whatever. So I remember I made the cake for the first time and my aunt, she was like, it tastes like bulla. She was like, it tastes like bulla. So then I remade it and everybody did like it. So I remember I brought like cake to school from my friends. So I made like a whole cake, whatever.
Slice it up and share it up.
So I brought it to school and I was just like giving it out. So like everybody was coming to me like, oh, are you selling this and whatever. So a light bulb just went off in my head and I was like, you know what? This sounds like I can make some money. So I remember baking like a whole cake and then like slicing them and putting them in like clamshell containers, the plastic containers. So I did slice it and put it in that. But what I realized, I could only bring a limited amount. So that means a limited amount of money.
Yeah.
Right? So then I opted for cupcakes instead. So then I started selling cupcakes at school. So I attended Descartes College. So then that's where my business all started in third form.
Third form at DC, okay.
So then I just started with cupcakes and then, it went into other things.
Okay, so what was that transition from like balancing your business in high school to then now in university where the workload is a lot more?
So in high school, like, I feel like I kind of had more of like a structured routine. So like for my business plus managing school. So I know that, okay, I come home, I bake my stuff, finish by a certain time, I can go do homework and then go to school. I know like the certain people who are gonna buy and so on. So I know my crowd.
Yeah,
so every day I know this person is coming to me. So I kind of had like a structure. So it was like easier to know, okay, bake this amount, so on and so forth. I'm in my third year, right? So I was like, okay, less courses. I'm doing like 6 courses. Normally I do like 8 courses per semester. So I was like, okay, that's not too bad. It just trick you because there's so much coursework. Like there's like less finals and so on, but there's a lot of coursework.
Some of the projects are long.
Bro, the amount of projects, presentations I have to be doing, I'm just like, bro, give me a break. And I was just like, bro, these teachers have no consideration because they just keep on piling on and like not taking into consideration the other courses that are there.
This is one of the things in university, so it's kind of good to see that people are still balancing, finding a way to make their little cheddar otherwise. So how do you come up with the name Out the Oven?
Come about?
Yeah.
I was just there one day, like, as I said, like, I started up a little cake thing at school. So I was like, obviously it's going to need a name. So like, I was just talking with some friends and, I was doing like my research and, you're baking, take the things out the oven. So that's how the name came about.
Very on brand.
Yes.
And then, so what's been the feedback like from your family and friends?
My family is very supportive, very, very supportive. Like, even before the whole cake thing, I remember I said I wanted to be a fashion designer. They went and they got me a sewing machine to be a fashion designer. Like, other business ventures before too, they've just always like, poured into it. So my mommy, she's always helping me out. So like, when I have my pop-up bake sale, she's in the kitchen helping me. She a cussing and say, oh, she don't want to help me, but she's going to come in and help me same way.
She just come to infos.
Yes, and my dad, him always, give him little support, financial support.
But they're spending big bricks.
Right, and then my brother, he's always, helping me out too, like, so I have a very
solid supportive system. Yeah, so what's it like, so for you with brand building, so like what does your brand look like? What do you want your brand to feel like?
What do I want it to feel like? So
I'm coming to out of and what should the experience be like for me?
See, right now, like we're talking about the whole balancing of school and, baking. I feel like I'm not able to bring my business to the full potential that I want it to be right now because I'm not able to give it my all. So like even, I always try to do like weekly menus, but it's not able to be consistent because, school and, school come first, so it's sometimes on the back burner, but for sure, like things that are very important to me is like, people come and they make their custom orders, so like their birthday cakes and so on.
Oh, you do birthday cakes as well?
Yes, yes. So I like to make sure that, those things are perfectly done. I give my time to that. So, how do I want my business to look? One day I hope to own a cafe after university. And just, just be all rounded in the like birthday entertainment. So it's just not going to be like cakes, cupcakes. It's going to be your one-stop shop for your birthday.
So you come and get everything.
Yeah. So that's the goal after university, hopefully. So yeah.
So why mechanical engineering?
Why mechanical engineering? So I think the same time in third form. Is third form you choose your
Yeah, I don't remember not from high school.
I don't know, is it like your core subject then for yeah. So one day I was choosing my courses or my subjects, right? And I was speaking to my dad about it and I was like, I feel like I'm going to study law. And then he was like, I'm going to support anything that you want to do. So, but then, he gives his 3 cents. So he was like, but the thing with engineering, you can get up and create your own jobs, So it's like, you don't have to wait on anybody to
hire you or contract.
Yeah. You go out, you seek a problem, and as an engineer, you solve the problem, right? So my dad is a mechanical engineer as well. So he was just like steering me into that direction, and he also has like an engineering maintenance company. So I guess it would be like an easy transition for me.
Into the family business.
Yeah, so for me so far, like I remember in first year, I used to hate it so bad. I used to call him and cry and be like, I hate this. But over the years now, I feel like I've grown like a appreciation for it, of how, just like expanding your mind and you see how things work around you and how you can actually go about solving like real world problems. So now I've just like developed an appreciation for it.
It's not necessarily a little, but like you have enough where you can say, alright, I'm gonna get this thing.
Yeah, and then the biggest drive behind it, the pay. Right.
Serious cheddar.
Right.
Serious cheddar. because I'm currently studying construction engineering, and boy,
Ooh.
it's really just the money is the motivation at this point.
Exactly. Every time I say to my friends, like, when I'm studying and I feel like very stressed out, I just daydream. My daydream just goes back to, okay, my dream apartment and decorating how I want to. So, yeah.
So what was the overall vision for Out the Oven? Like, so did you see yourself continuing after high school, or was it just like, it was so successful, like, all right, I'm just gonna run with it?
Okay, so when I just started, you know, you're just thinking about a little side hustle. You never really think you would be stretching over like so many years, right? But just seeing how people gravitate to the things, and as I said, I love cooking and baking and stuff, and I like when people eat my things, I'm like, oh, this tastes so good, you know. So every time, like from third form, and I realized that people like the things, I just tried other things and see how they gravitate to it, and then I was like, you know, I could actually really lock in and, you know, plan it properly and just develop it in a way that I would want it to be. So, you know, I started off with cupcakes. Now I do cakes, brownies, cookies, so on. And I now do I have like a yearly pop-up. I have a yearly pop-up, and it just shows me that, you know, I have the support of my friends, my family, and my customers, that, you know, one day in the future when I'm able to, I can have a cafe and people.
This is what, 7 years? 2019, 7 years you've been doing this.
Right, and then like, and people are still consistent with their ordering, you know, like I have day one customers, new customers, and so on. So just seeing how people gravitated to the things that I sold and actually like it just motivated me to just keep like getting bigger and just wanting like more people to find out about it, and hopefully one day it can be like a, you know, a proper establishment that somebody can walk in, come sit down and say, oh, I'm at Out the Oven, and them order a little cake and, you know, and a little coffee and sit down, like a, not Starbucks, but you know the vibe, a cute cafe vibe, but you can still get good eats there, you know. Yeah.
So where can people find Out the Oven? Like, how can they reach out to you? How can they get their cakes and their cupcakes?
Okay, so you can follow me at Out the Oven on Instagram. So that's Out the Oven _ on Instagram. So you can send me a DM and you can see all that's there. Yeah.
And how you pay, like bank transfer, it, all payments?
So I accept cash and bank transfers, yeah.
Okay, so what advice would you have for other aspiring entrepreneurs, university students, just anybody that's trying to build their business, build themselves?
So I would first start off by saying, just start. Just start, like, you know, you're going to sit down and overthink, like, oh, is anybody going to support me? Do I know enough people? Like, you know. But just start, and there's tools there, you know, for example, like Instagram ads and so on, that, okay, if I don't know a lot of people, use the Instagram ads, use paid promos, you know, to reach a wider audience, you know. And I would just say, how to balance school. Just make sure that you have proper time management. So just plan your things how you want to do it. You know what I mean? So just write down, okay, you have class from this time to that time. Okay, I have assignments for this class, whatever. Just make sure that you're allotting a certain amount of time to your schoolwork, and then whatever free time that you have, if you're passionate about something, it will work. So if you want something to be done, it will get done. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there will always be time for things that you want to make time for. So that would be my advice. What else did you ask me?
Leave remember. Well, all right, that cool stuff there. This was Hailey Dennis.
All right, bye. Thanks for having me. Okay, so I want to give a shout out to 444 Atelier Studios, and I want to big up Fiwi Campus for having me. And I want to give a shout out to my family members, my friends, and my supporters throughout the years. So I just hope that we continue to grow and, you know, just bigger and better things for our oven. Bye.